Yes, hello and welcome back to another two-wheeled review. Today we are looking at the VARUN M26-2 Plus. Bit of a mouthful, but that's what we are looking at today. So let's get into the unboxing and construction. So the VARUN, here it is, upside down. Yeah, they delivered it upside down and it's quite heavy, so I'm gonna have to deal with it like this. So yeah, it comes well packed. We have a box of accessories. We'll get into them now. So let's get into this box, see what we have. So they include a free combination lock, which is very, very nice of them. A toolkit, not a multi-tool, a proper toolkit. I much prefer these. An optional half twist throttle in the box as well. And there's the other bit, so that's a really nice feature. They have this, which I'm guessing is for the seat post. Quick release for the front wheel, user manual, and the charger with English plug. I'm so happy to see an English plug. They do also include a European plug, so best of both worlds here. So that is your charging brick. The thing I like about plastic foot pegs, they don't hurt as much when you catch one in the shin. We have another box here as well. So we have the lovely padded seat. So we have a phone holder. Can't believe the amount of free gifts that you're getting. They're giving you a free phone holder. Aha! A really nice little pump. So this is the bike out of the box. Get the seat in and tighten that up. Pop it in. So with this, just turn it around, it's loose, so you just face it forward, make sure it's kind of lined up with the front forks, and then tighten it up. And just take this front bracket off, because that is where your handlebars are going to sit. Just make sure that is lined up there. So if you're desperate to get out on your shiny new bike, the keys come attached to the handlebars, and something I always recommend doing is taking the battery off and charging it if it's accessible, which it is. Take it off, charge it while you do the build, and that way when you are finished building you can take it out for a nice ride. So these batteries just come attached to the frame. Just unlock it, push it up, and that will just slide off the frame. You can get it on charge. That is now charging. When the little red indicator turns green, you'll know it's fully charged. So after that, we put the front fender on and the light, just a simple bolt. So unloosen these. This is only there for protection during kind of transportation. This can be completely discarded off. It just protects the front kind of forks. Discard of this, we no longer need it. Then we just kind of line up the front wheel. Flush. You will get a bit of disc rub, it's common, brand new disc brakes or disc pads. The front wheel is now on, and that is the bulk of the work done. We just need to put the foot pedals on, attach the back rack. Right, something very, very simple. This little rubber grommet comes in the box, so don't lose it. That goes in there and kind of camouflages that bolt. So that is the VARUN M26-2 Plus. Another wet day. So here we are, our first ride out on the VARUN. I do apologise about the weather. It's raining again. Honestly, we had a brilliant summer and now we've just got non-stop rain. But it is September, it is autumn. It is what you'd expect from the UK. So yeah, you have to bear with me. So yeah, first impressions, it's just the size, the physical size of this bike. You know, it's perfect for kind of off-road, on-road. I do like those big tyres. They have great grip. The frame is big. It's got a massive, massive battery. It's got a beautiful front display. It's a really nice bike. And again, like the last VARUN I reviewed, I can't believe what you're getting for your money. Like, this year has really surprised me, the price of e-bikes. You can get so much for so little now. Yeah, we've got a rear motor of 250 watts, so this thing is completely legal. I would say the rear motor is more like a 750, but it looks restricted. It's huge. But yeah, so as is, it's completely UK compliant straight out of the box. No throttle. They do include an optional throttle in the box in case you want to add that in yourself, because of course in Europe these bikes are illegal. So it's just the UK we have problems with throttles. Because it is quite a heavy bike, pulling away at traffic lights and junctions might be a bit of an issue there. The speed sensor was a little bit slow there to react, just pulling away at those traffic lights. Wasn't an instant pull away. One of the things I have noticed is the seat is ridiculously comfortable. It's one of those big padded seats, and they're my favourite seats by far. I don't like the skinny racing seats. I like these big padded seats, and the seat on this thing is fantastic, really comfortable to ride. Yeah, again, just a little bit slow there to pull away, just a little bit slow. We now have the hill climb test, so we'll see how she does with hill climbing. I said with that beastly motor in the back, I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. And we're breezing up this mini hill. This is a mini hill, a mini test. But even in the wet, those tyres are gripping to the road extremely well. They roll really well. Big fan of the tyres, big fan of the overall look and feel of the bike. It's got a big presence, you know, big presence on the road. You feel like a king. Right, here we go. That first real kind of hill test. See how she does. We are in the 5th level assistance, so the full level assist, 5 levels. We are in the top one, and we are absolutely breezing up this hill. Next to no kind of leg power from me. Before I show you the bike in the rain, because it's quite dark and dull. So yeah, we do have a front and back light, very bright, and rear brake light there. So yeah, comes equipped with both running straight off the battery. Oh, I forgot my helmet. I left my helmet at work. It's John Wayne over there. You need those big tyres when you are riding around Winchester, pothole city, literally. See, I love the cockpit. You've got this lovely big display here, right in the centre of the bike. Got all your kind of fancy controls over here. Your 7-speed shifter, nice hand grips. So now is the big test, the big hill test. If it does this, then we are laughing. This is the major test, so we're just gonna drop it down a gear or two, see how she copes. Already I can feel we're getting up here. Very easy. I mean, it's a dream. Yeah, so VARUN, thank you so much for sending this product out for me to review. I've been riding it now for a few days, and I've got to say, I'm so impressed. It really is like the perfect, affordable kind of hybrid bike. It does everything flawlessly, including hills. It's probably one of the kind of best hill climbers I've ever tested. And with a 250 watt motor, that's quite surprising. We'll go into some of the specs of the bike now. We'll do like a mini walk around and show you the bike in some detail. But yeah, I've just been out today off-road. It handles it absolutely flawlessly. Went down this kind of wooded tracks that I always take my bikes down to do some kind of off-roading tests there. It's very uneven, lots of kind of big tree roots and sticks and stones and gravel. You know, it's quite an aggressive off-road trail on this bike. Just coasted across all the debris absolutely flawlessly. It really did. And again, just riding it around this big, massive field here. It's been raining non-stop, so the field is muddy, it's boggy, but those big 26 tyres just handled it so well. It really is a dream to ride on any kind of surface or terrain. I've been having an amazing time on this thing. Just riding it around in any situation, this bike is going to have your back. It's going to be perfect. Yeah, the first thing I really like about this bike is the price, just shy of £800. But with my discount code in the description, make sure you check the link and check the website. They do loads of amazing bikes. One of them will suit you, I promise. So yeah, with that link in the description, you should get a discount code as well. So this bike will be very, very cheap. And it really is a great bike. I think if you're looking for something that's kind of a really good hybrid, something you can take off the beaten track on tracks and trails and off-roading, this thing is great. And it also does commuted really well. It's not the ideal commuter because of the weight. It's a beefy bike with a huge aluminium frame. That battery is massive. Those wheels weigh a ton because they are 26 by 4 inch fat tires, so they do add a lot of kind of weight to the bike. But it's sturdy, it's built well, and you can see the build quality. It's a heavy bike. It's a very, very heavy bike, as you can see. You wouldn't want to be kind of lifting that up any stairs. So yeah, it's a physically big bike. Weight and looks, it looks big, it feels big. There's definitely a presence to this bike. When you're out on the road, you do feel like a king. So if you're in the market for something that's beastly, affordable, it's like a hybrid, does everything well, then I really wouldn't look no further, especially if you are on like on a budget. I mentioned when I was doing the first ride that e-bike prices seem to be coming down all the time, and I'm quite shocked what you can actually get for your money now. To think this will come in probably just over £700 with my discount code is quite incredible. Yeah, as mentioned before, it does have 26-inch tyres, 160mm standard cable operated brakes, but they do the job just fine. Front suspension, it does have lockout and pre-load adjustment, which is really nice. They're not just standard front forks, they actually have preload and lockout. Front light and reflector, plastic mud guards, so they don't really make a noise. It does come in a few different color schemes. I do like the white with this kind of orange and black. They do, I think, a blue in black version, the white version, and I can't remember the other color, but they do different colors, so that's all on the website. Yeah, the manufacturers are claiming about 40 to 70 miles. I think 70 would be generous, even in the lower assist levels. Again, do your own real world test. There's so many variables that comes into battery life, like the weather, rider size, uphill, downhill, flat. You know, there's so many different kind of variables. But I think you will get 40 easily out of this thing. I mean, I've been riding now for a few days and my battery bar hasn't gone down a single bar. So the battery, I can confirm, is very, very good. Yeah, no torque sensor. It does have a cadence sensor, but I do prefer that. Basically, a cadence sensor just detects movement in the pedals and gives you all of the power, depending on what kind of pass setting you have it in. So 7-speed Shimano Tawny gears. Again, just standard for a bike at this price point, but they do an excellent job. No slip in, adjusted perfectly fine out of the box. I do like myself a rack backlight and brake light that works really well. The 250 watt motor says it on the motor there, so if you did have any problems getting pulled over, you can just show them it says 250 watts on this, so completely UK compliant. One thing I do like is the stand. For such a heavy bike, it's got a very good stand. I do like these stands, they're my favourite. It's never toppled over on me. It has a really nice seat, probably the best seat I've tried. It's got like a slight suspension in there, so it's a springy saddle, but very, very comfortable. Yeah, the cockpit, your simple controller here. You've got everything from your lights, your information button, your mode, up and down for various pedal assist options, standard cable operated brakes, nice grips. I love the display, nice, bright, colourful, vibrant. Even in kind of daylight you can read it just fine. Would help if I turn the battery on. There we go. There we go. Very, very nice display. Just a normal 7-speed shifter. No bell on this, no bell, no electronic bell, no kind of old granny bell, no bell on this, so you just kind of have to shout at people to move the old-fashioned way. In terms of kind of rider height, I'm 5'10". I got it about halfway up, and it's quite easy to get me leg over. That's my kind of preferred riding position, just on my tiptoes there. So I think if you are on the bigger side, you'll be fine on this bike, and again, if you are on the smaller side, you'll be fine. I like to think between kind of 5.5 and 6.5 you'll be absolutely perfect on this bike. So a pretty good kind of riding position, slightly bent forward. That for me is very, very comfortable. So yeah, it tackles everything I've thrown at it. I am thoroughly impressed with the VARUN. Just the name, I can't ever remember the name. It is the M26-2 Plus. Get into those comments, let me know what you think. Check out the description, check out the website. There's loads of different bikes on there, different styles, stuff like that. Check out my last VARUN bike that I did. And like, comment and subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed this two-wheeled review. For me, this is a great bike. It's a great price, great looks, and it just feels good to ride. There was kind of one little problem that I did touch on when I was doing my first kind of ride, and that was the sensitivity of the cadence sensor. It did take a couple of rotations to kind of kick in. Fine on a flat or downhill, but when you are like at traffic lights uphill like we have in Winchester, we have loads of traffic lights on hills. It can be a bit of a pain for that hill start because the bike is actually quite heavy, so to get this thing going on hills is quite challenging. So I wish that cadence sensor was a little bit more reactive, a little bit quicker to kick in, but again, that might be something you can adjust in the settings kind of response time. This is where a throttle would be ideal. I still think it's much safer to have a throttle than to not. I'm not going to get into e-bike laws, anything like that, but I just think to have a throttle is a safer option, especially if you are pulling away at busy traffic lights or a busy junction. You know, it's much safer to pull away smoothly and keep up with the flow of traffic than it is to sit there and really struggle to pedal to get this thing moving. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support. I'm loving these e-bikes at the moment. I really enjoy riding them. I really enjoy reviewing them, and I hope you do as well. So I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out the link in the description.